All right, let's get this going. Let me get this all set up. This is virtual co-working. I'm just working on stuff. Don't feel like working by myself, so I'm streaming this at you. Okay, I guess while I'm at this, I should fix some stuff up here. So let me just share my screen. Let me see if I have audio. Sounds like I do. Don't know if it's loud enough. Looks okay to me on level-wise. So now that I know that this is working, I actually need to update something over here. The What's Up Dave for today is, I recorded that just a while ago. I'm just updating this one. So it's 120, Thursday, May 10, 11. And what did I talk about? What did I talk about? Installed new ribbon onto my 1960-ish console. I think it's console 232 typewriter. And I think that's about it. That was most of it. Also talked about how my procrastination seems to be triggered by things I am supposed to do, even if it's me who's doing the assignment. There goes good public. So What's Up Dave playlist. Let's publish this baby. And I guess that's out of the way now. Although I did see there's an error with this one. That says Wednesday 10. Actually, these all are screwed up. Yeah, they're off. I've just been copying them and not, this is May 05. I might as well fix this while I'm here. Done? If I can edit it in place. Saturday, May 05, Saturday, May 06. It's ridiculously slow. There's 2 Mondays. Oh, there's part 1 and part 2. So this is Monday, May 08. Save. Videos. I think technically this shouldn't be no, I guess it is a second one. What happened to part 2? Monday, part 1, part 2. Brought my cat back from the vet. She was severely constipated. Like it was all like her poo had dried up inside of her colon. So she had to get hit with this industrial strength laxative and have 2 enemas. And she is still suffering from that. Which means that today has been an especially yucky day. I'm gonna have to wash everything. Alright, so Thursday. Okay, so this looks like it's all fixed again. Oh, no. It's been going on for some time. Ever since Monday. Monday, Tuesday. I don't know if I could do it like this. Okay. May. Let me just open these all on separate tabs. This is much faster. Change to being saved. Although, let's change to saved. Change to saved. Change to saved. I think that's everything. May. Yeah, I think that's fixed everything. Good. All right, so now that's out of the way, we can actually get to doing the actual co-working. And the first thing I was thinking about doing was actually installing a fan in my PC. Let's make some room here. And let me raise this desk. Pardon my feet. Let's move some of this stuff out of the way. Uh-oh. While that's happening, this battery is charged. I'm going to put this in here. This one of these batteries needs to be charged now. She should charge this cannon in it. Stuff. Is that charging? Yep. The other one's still charging, it looks like. Okay, so just making some space here. Put these away. My battery drawer. Can't recognize where it lives usually. Alright, so what I need to do is grab this PC down here and pop the cover on it. I guess I can just, instead of unplugging the whole thing, I can just move it down here. And so I want to put this fan in. And I'm not sure if this is going to be like super noisy. Hopefully it'll be quieter. It's supposed to be a quieter fan in general. So I didn't update any of this other stuff. Let me go back to the live, doing virtual co-working, although it should be apparent by looking at the window. Doing some virtual co-working. First, doing some fan maintenance on the PC. Then do some JavaScript stuff. And the reason why I want to actually do this fan right now is because this PC has been getting noisier and noisier. And it's getting to the point it's starting to bother me a little bit. So I've been putting this off for like maybe over a month. So if this is an easy fix, that would be great. So right now I'm just trying to pull this thing out. This is a Fractal Design Dynamic GP14, which is supposed to be one of the quieter 140 millimeter fans. It's going to be replacing a fixed speed fan. I guess I don't know where I want to plug this in though. Do I just want to plug it into the chassis and let it go, or is there like a fan, regulated fan thing? I guess I'll find out. Looks like I got some. What are these? Oh, these are screws. Okay. Let's see what we can do about this. Let's see if there's a good angle or not. I'm not sure how I'm going to handle this microphone. I guess I'll hang this in front of my shirt. Hope it doesn't get in the way. All right. Let's get in there. So first, I'm going to... Actually, this is a toolless case. So I don't need this right away. All right. Let's get down here. Sorting. And I need to get at the top here. I think I can just unscrew this side panel. Oh, nice. Big fat dust ball. Hopefully this is still pointing at this. And I guess I'll lay this on its side. Turn off the power. Wait, I can't do that because these cables are taut. How is this screwed in? Screwed in from the top or the bottom? Screwed in from the top. So I should be able to just remove this whole thing, but where is it plugged in? This is this is plugged into what? Oh, there's a fan controller here, and this is plugged into something. Actually, you can't see where it's plugged into. I think it's routed on the other side. I guess I want to pull this side too. Now I remember why I didn't want to do this. So, what is this plugged into? It's plugged into here. This is the other side of the cable. And here's another speed controller. There's two of them. Must be for the front panel fans. Ah, okay. That's what it's plugged into. Okay, so that way we have actually going on with these fans. I might not be able to use this today. So we have a regular fan header here. So can I find a fan header to put that on? Let's give myself a little bit of slack here. And the cables. There should be another fan header on the motherboard someplace I can plug into. I'm looking forward to doing that next build. I can have a little bit more room to work in. Fan header, fan headers. Also, I'm trying to find one. Is that one? I can't read it. Need some light. You get old, you can't see anymore. So, you youngsters out there, build your PCs while you still can see. Okay, there's a CPU fan there. No, wait, what's that? It looks like there's two of them. Are those both CPU fan headers? What is that one? That's an LED. I'm looking at these various connecting points. This is an older motherboard, so this may predate back when people were like really into fans. I might actually have to look on look up the manual for this. What is that? Having trouble seeing. The light shining my old freaking face. That's the chassis. I'm looking for a chassis fan connector. I really can't tell. So I gotta look up the motherboard diagram online. Hopefully I haven't pulled out a cable while I was looking down there. So let me see. Let me go to screen. And let's see what we can find. Look, there's my fat self. I'm porky looking. Anyway, I am looking up. What is this? This is like a. It's an Asus P7, P67 Evo, I think, or P8, P7, P8. Yeah. Oh, there it is. How lovely. Okay, so here's the motherboard. There should be a place where I can look at the motherboard, download the motherboard manual. Those features. Where's support? Microsite. Enable flash player. Oh, here we go. Specifications. Under support, probably. Support. Manual and document. We want the English manual. Where's the freaking manual? Here is the manual. Let's download it. Yeah, we're looking for fan headers. Where to go? There's the manual. And let's begin this. What I'm looking for. All right, so what's this? This is internal connections, CPU, chassis, power fan connectors, page 226. All right, I'm just going to print this page. This is page, according to this, it's page 44. So we'll go downstairs and grab that in a second. Okay, let me go downstairs and get that. Do 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 do. Of course, it's too small to read. Oh, this is amusing. Okay, so I'm looking at this. Oh. Cat, are you coming out? You're standing and peeing? Eee. That's pretty cool, though. Oh, the indignities that I... That's the weirdest thing I've ever seen you do. You all right? Give it a little shake. Oh, you all right? All right, so we've got, here's the fan headers. Let's see if we can figure out where to put these things. If we can get this closer. You really can't see what I'm doing, though. That's unfortunate. So let me grab this. Oh, now it smells down here. Let's move the cat box outside. Why don't we? Just for a while. Ooh, boy. Oh, yuck. Ooh, it still smells. All right. Maybe. So now I'm looking for these fan headers. I can rotate this around, maybe? Nope, it's pulling on something. I can do this, though. So what I'm trying to do is get into there. And where are the fan headers? There's one at the top, B, CPU fan. What is that plugged into? That should be plugged into this. I guess it is. And what's the other one? What is this? A is power fan. C is chassis fan, which is all the way to the upper left corner. CPU fan is B, really? I think it's plugged in the wrong place. No, I guess that's right. What's that other one in the upper corner, though? A is power fan. CPU fan. Your chassis fan cable to the motherboard connector. Oh, there's supposed to be one in the back corner. Where is it, though? Okay, I'll do that. Ow! Damn it. It hurt. This light sucks, too. I guess flashlight is so shiny in my face. All right. So allegedly, I'm beginning to see sucks. I should have unplugged everything. This is already plugged in to this. Okay, yeah. That's plugged into the water cooler. And then the CPU fan, that's plugged into here. Is that right? So there's another fan I need to find, a header I need to find. One, two. There's another fan header way at the bottom. And there's one in the upper right. Must be that one. Okay, so I can use that one, I think. So, I didn't screw up the size, right? Good. We want the flow to go up, right? Which way is up? This way. This has to be facing up. So now I need to unscrew these. These are what? Those are just regular Phillips heads. It's the right size. It's too loose. Maybe if I powered the whole thing on, though, I should see how loud it is. All right. That's the right size. All right. So let me try to plug this in. This looks like I guess. What is that? In the way. Oh, it's a RAM header. Okay, it's plugged in. Let's see how loud this fan is. Power up. I don't think I pulled anything. So this fan should go. It is noticeably quieter. This thing wants to torque too. That now, where's the fan noise coming from? Okay, it definitely is this fan. All right, let's shut this down. Okay, let's shut down again. Powering off the... We'll yank this top one. First, let me just unplug it from this side. Which one is it? This one goes clear. And this one on the end goes away. I should have yanked this thing out. Hopefully. A little cramped in here. I could just leave it. No, I can't. It's stuck on something. It's actually stuck in this harness. Grr. Didn't yank anything out, did I? Looks good. Ta-da! This is a pretty old fan. So we're going to replace it with a single speed fractal design. And these will blow out, pull out of the... So up is this way. I should be able to use the same screws, I think. Let's see how I want to put this. There's a cable. Trying to kind of take up some of the slack. See where's the holes. Of course I can't see. Grr. Damn it. These aren't threaded, so you have to kind of, these are self-threading holes. You just need to put just enough there just to hold it in place so it won't drop down. So I could get these other ones set. I'm missing one. What? What did I do with it? I lost a screw. How? We don't need all of them, but it's still upsetting. They were all right here, weren't they? So that one's stuck in this. Oh well. It'll probably show up somewhere. Probably knocked it as I was getting another one. Let's make sure I didn't put it up there. Yep, here it is. I felt it. Just rolled next to my huge ass. Ratchet action on the screwdriver is a little bit shot. All right, that's screwed in. I don't think I yanked anything. These have to go back in there. Let's power this on to see if it still works. Fingers crossed. Oh, and turn on the power. Nothing's blowing up. It is noticeably quieter. Hey, kitty. That's quite a bit quieter. I am pleased. I'll have to check CPU temps and case temp later. Let's seal the sucker up. This has got me in the mood to build the next machine. Replace this one. This one was built in 2011. Still works fine. It has a much newer graphics card in it. But for all that VR stuff coming along, this may not cut it anymore. It does sound a lot quieter. Before I was picking up on conference calls. Thank goodness we're big fans. Back in the old days, they used these 80mm muffin fans and they sucked. They were so loud. All right. That has been on my list for a long time, so I'm happy to get that out of the way. Oh, I did clean that case, though. Let's move this back up. Whoa. So now what do I do with this? Again, this is where some compressed air would have come in handy, right, Don? No, someone said something. Let's see what they're saying. Did they screw something up? Let's see. Let me check the chat room. I think someone said somebody. Oof, Dave, put the box on the desk. I didn't want to unplug everything. That's why I did it that way. I didn't think I really needed to. The cable routing under there is a little bit squirrely. Ordinarily, I would put this on a platform. If I'm doing a real system build, I would do that, but this is just to replace a stinky fan. Maybe I should have unplugged it. If I had actually made the custom cable holders, then it would have been easy to unplug everything. One thing I always screw up is I always plug the wrong Ethernet cable into the wrong Ethernet port, because I have two of them running, and they're special. They have special meanings assigned to them. And then each of the USD devices, I'd like to have them come up on the same bus each time. And I never remember which ports I plugged in. There's 4 or 5 different buses running off this motherboard. Some of them are USB 2, some of them are USB 3. And some of the USB 3 ones create more interference with my Bluetooth than the other ones. But I can probably this is a good thing for a 3D printer maybe, to print a custom cable holder to hold all the cables in one big plug, so they they can only go in one way. That would be awesome. That's a good idea. Is Gary? I forget. Is that you, Gary? Okay. Let's see. Okay, so that's done. That's done. Nothing seems to be exploding. That's good. That seems to be working. And put this away, then we can get to some JavaScript work. So the JavaScript stuff is supposed to be in the very early stages of designing an engine, or tweaking an engine. So I've wanted to do some major re-architecture with it, but I'm not finding it particularly fun to work on by myself because no one else gives a crap about how well the engine runs. I mean, sure, it makes it possible for the game doesn't crash all the time, and it makes it easier to change things. But no one really is that interested in the engineering of that part, so I'm kind of running solo on it. People appreciate that it is robust, and that it does do what we've designed it to largely. And it does do all the things that we weren't sure were possible in a browser. But working solo on a project like this I find very draining. Because I really just want to complain about the architecture and talk about the decisions and talk about code and all that stuff. So that's why I'm going to live stream this part of it to see if it's any more fun. Yeah, Gary. Yeah. If I lost weight, then crawling under the desk would be easier to unplug things. So maybe that's the incentive to do that. So this side of the screen still seems to work. I guess the ultimate test would be to see if Wildlands works. How's it going, Gary? I haven't been in Wildlands for a while. I wasn't there a little bit last night. While this is going on, let me pull up the actual project task. I don't need any of this stuff anymore. We go to split view. I'm working on this. Do I have a split desk view? I have me plus Oxcam 1, 2. No, I don't have a view for that. Well, this is taking its own sweet time. Yep, there it goes. It's a game that takes a long time to load. I'll wait for that something happen. Okay, so I need to pull up source tree. Boink. And new Radeon software updates. Uncommitted change. What's going on with this? It's running. PC is much quieter. That's good. It's just the Macintosh that's making a lot of noise now. The fan is going because I have all this stuff running. All right. Is this thing working? The all-important test. So we're here doing, I'm just pulling up all the rest of the environment here. Here's Sublime text. Let's put that on its own screen. We also need to run terminal. Let's move this over this side. Doesn't look like this view has a terminal in it. Maybe it's on this one. Nope. That's odd. Because they could resize it, isn't it? Terminal. Oh, I guess it is working. So in this mode, there's this terminal. I can move this over here. I can shrink this down. And if we go to Oxcam, does this work? I want to stress the video card to see if this gets louder. I probably should watch CPU temps too to see if that's working. would stress the video card. I should probably run the benchmark. Is there a benchmark here someplace? Or is that in the start menu? Options. Could have sworn there was a video benchmark somewhere here. Maybe it's under video. Didn't this have a benchmark? I do hear the GPU fan starting to go. Let's continue campaign. Let me put that in the background. I think I have a CPU temp monitor here. Is it CPU Z? Oh no, I want to use, what is that thing? There's something that I can monitor it's Afterburner. If it runs, so far nothing's happening. The audio's running Afterburner. There it is. Maybe it just... So what I'm watching here is to make sure that this GPU doesn't start throttling. Which I was having problems with before because the fan was so dirty. That I was getting all this hitching in the division. You can see the fan speed is holding at 70% or so. Temperature is 86 degrees. It's kind of high still. But let's see what happens if I go to... Alright, so this just starts heating up now. What am I doing? I guess I could just get is there a motorcycle around here somewhere? Nope. I'm getting 48 frames a second. What? Temperature is holding steady. Where'd my helicopter go? There it is. Temperature is still holding steady. The maximum is 89 degrees. We're at 86 degrees right now. Still at 86 degrees. Let me think what will trigger this. This is a nice lake. If we get low enough, we should be able to make a wake. Oops. Oh, that wasn't good. Oh, it actually damaged the helicopter? Oh, you can see the heat trail on it. These don't look like friendly people. Are they? No. Actually, oh, that's a rebel base. Is there anything around here that's... push the GPU? No, we're at 87 degrees now. There's another helicopter over there. 67 frames a second. That looks like it has a lot of people on it. There's a bunch of helicopters up there. Let's get some altitude. 87 degrees Celsius still, holding on the GPU. Uh-oh. How come no one's shooting at me? Oops, there we go. This might not have been the best place to land. Oh. Uh-oh. Not good. I guess I know we're 62 frames a second, 88 degrees. I don't know where anyone is. Where is it? 87 degrees. I know we're here. I think that's everyone that's up here. There's someone behind this helicopter. Yep. Still lots of guys here. Oh. Oops. That was poor on my part. I can't actually hear what's going on. 87 degrees. Sure, my AI squad mates have done something good. It seems clear here. I should be dead. This is bad. 88 degrees. The more I move around, the higher I should push the temp of the CPU. Yeah. I guess they're all up there somehow. 87 degrees. Where's everybody? It's a big blob of yellow. Oh, they're all coming this way. There's one day, two guys there. So let's shouldn't step on the C4, guys. $87 degrees, so I think the temperature is holding. That's good. So I'm going to assume that this fan is completely fixed. So I don't have to worry about that for now. Gary's saying that he doesn't recall if Wildlands had a benchmark. Maybe I'm thinking about the Division. Maybe the Division has a benchmark in it. Maybe all Wildlands is a benchmark. All right, so now it's time to do some work. What time is it now? It is 5 p.m. Let's see how much we can do. So up till now, what was I doing? I did 45 minutes there. This was what? Oh, this was, when did I do that? Let's go, sweetie kitty. I guess I did the install the fan. And oops. Oop. I'm just writing in my sheet. Installed fan. I also put away tires. My snow tires are in the living room for a while. Test Wildlands. And I also wrote a letter to Dad, too. I forgot about that. That was important. Actually, today's kind of been a busy day in terms of just random tasks. I mean, like, these are things that I had to get done, and then well, some of them maybe not, but Kitty. All right, so now how to get focused into the work. All right, so if I go look back at my quiver, I think I had some notes in that. Let's put this on its own screen. Put that over there. And in my I-step continuity, did I write this there? Overall calendar. Where did I put this in the actual dev environment. Here. I should copy this though over to Quiver because it's easier to read there. I'll just stick it in. These are all really no longer necessary. Let's go into double view mode. Strings can be a string. Just quoting all this stuff so I can read it more easily. This cat is in the way. Hey, kitty. Why are you like this? Creating elements. 1, 2, 3, 4. That was supposed to. That's odd. Kitty, what do you want? Creating elements to use state. Try to clear this up a bit. I think I can use maybe I can just use JavaScript for all of this. Some B. These were notes I wrote yesterday on React. I'm trying to make them so I can scan them and learn from them quickly. Okay, that works. JSX. Oh, it should be, that's odd. JS. That's not rendering correctly, is it? Oh, close enough. REST operator, what does the rest of this mean? JSX. This doesn't seem to be really rendering correctly. It does look. All right, so where did we leave off yesterday? We get a new piece of scanning paper. Some of these papers here are notes for reviewing some of those documents. Boop. What is this? Display source, display as accessible, data insert, independently thinking pieces, property pieces by managed players. I don't know what that means, so I'm going to throw it out. Really, most of these notes are for just structuring thoughts as I'm having them. This is the embodder logic. Well, Actually, I guess I will keep these notes, but I need to keep them somewhere else. Where am I going to put these? These are notes that might remind me of architectural features. These are references to the interactive designs themselves. They belong in different places. Let's see if I can find a folder. Maybe over here. What's in this? Oh, this is the street folder. I was wondering where this went. What's in here? Okay. I was looking for those. And I was looking for that. Oh, stick this here. Actually, there's another folder here too. I can put these on different sides. So this side will be notes. This side, no, this side is the notes side. All right, if I can remember that, that'll be great. These are pictures from a video game. I was testing out a camera for these. But I wanted to put these up someplace as a part of a project. So good, I found those. Can I put this away over here? Because I don't need that right now. The table's cleaner. That makes me happy. These I can put away in my supply drawer here. All right. This battery's waiting for this to charge. That's still going. Now the best way to talk about this. So when I'm in these moments of figuring out what I'm trying to do, what I'll do is I'll write on a piece of paper, kind of linearize my thoughts as I'm going. And, Kitty, where are you going? You want to get down? Oh. Look at this. Isn't this ridiculous? I forgot what I was doing already. So I should have written it down first. Yeah, what are you doing? You're being very distracting. Oh, I was going to set the, I was going to switch to this view. Right. Okay. Let me move this over here. Sorry, Kitty. You're in the way. We are doing Durandal replace. Durandal with React. As you might guess, Durandal is another framework. It's quite a bit older. It dates from 2014. React is the new hotness that we're using for our web apps, but our main application shell no longer uses it. Or, it uses Durandal, so we'd like to make them all one thing. So I guess I should just start by running this thing and see what we've got. And I'm going to try to find the joy in doing this work. And I'm going to try to share that joy with those who are unfortunate enough to be so bored that they're watching me do this. Hopefully you're doing something productive while I'm doing, in the back, while this is on in the background. Nope, cat butt. So, let's gulp. So I'm running, it looks like we don't have the terminal window in this view. Let's go back to this screen. So I'm compiling and running the program there. Oops, what's going on? Don't usually run Slack on this machine. Quit. So what are we doing? I'm going to run take a look at this. This will be running on, where is this running? Oops, 192.168.114. No, and I've already replaced everything on it. So I actually can't test anything, show what the old one looked like. So let's take a look at the source code then. So the first thing to do, I think, let me go switch to the aux-cam one too. Or do I have a B plus screen? What I want is aux plus screen, but I don't have a mode for that. Excuse me. All right. So I'm trying to replace Durando with React. What I see right now is we have replaced the shell that loads everything. So I think this is the bootstrap. This is how it starts up, as far as I know. Bootstrap loads from app main. And I guess I do need to make let's do this. So here's my modules is where the things are. App is where the shell exists. Don't need that file anymore. Main.js is the first file that runs from, I believe, server views index.hbs. Index.hbs loads main.js to require.js. So first thing is main.js. And in main.js, we have all this stuff. We have the require.js set up. And at some point, this is where I'm running the React stuff. Let's see, and we create a React component that renders render a div with nothing in it. What we really want to do here is render the div and then load the subclass for it. I think. So let's think of what that means. So the way that my current module system works, the way it works is, how does it work? Maybe double check the live dashboard first to see if it's still streaming. See if I can talk my way through this. We want to do routing as well. And React uses component-based routing. So I guess maybe installing a React router might be something to do right now. Let's see if we have some audio. Still have audio. So React router, how does that work? There was I believe I said that there was a tutorial that was good, which is this. Routing. So we want to do, we're not using Webpack. Oh, skip. What is skip? That might be worth looking at later. So you want to install React router. Let's save that. Okay. Let's open up a new terminal window, do all that stuff in there. So what's the cd dev, cd build, cd play, cd build, and I want to do an npm install React router. Save. I think that's all we need to do. My package JSON should have been updated. Dependencies, React router. So now that this is inside here, we need to actually be able to require it with require.js. So how would that work? So this has been loaded into npm, or node modules, I believe. So now I need to modify my gulp file, I think. Yeah, so I'm doing the copy React stuff here. So it's going to look something like, I'm going to guess React Router or something. And let's find out what it's called. Can I do that from here? Yeah, from node modules. There's probably something called React Router in here. Somewhere. Look at all these things. React Router. Is there a distribution? How do you load this? It looks like there's several modules. Oh. How will I import this? Here? UMD? Why is it called UMD? React Router UMD. The UMD, what's a UMD build? What is UMD? Grunt UMD is a task grunt with UMD. What the hell is UMD? What's UMD boilerplate? What is AMD? Oh, it's a new module format? Oh, is it a universal module definition? I didn't know this. So this is the UMD. Oh, that's interesting. What's U require? This was 3 years ago, though. Yeah, this is the nasty part of the state of JavaScript. So many tools that do so many, that supersede each other. Let's take a look at some more. Let's take a look back at the... can't click on anything today. So if I look back at React Router, there's... ES, I'm guessing, is the module format for... I guess you can import these separately. These all use import. UMD is probably what we want. Webpack universal module definition, or will it work? Let me see if there's a way of using React Router with require.js. Using React Router with require.js. I don't want to have to move to Webpack. Doesn't support AMD. What? Oh. That's awful. Although I wonder if they fixed it since then. React that pulls in the Schönbauer and so on, exposes it to window, then we require React and it brings in the adapter module. These are all using different packages. Yeah, to make sure React is defined as a global. This is like from 3 years ago. Let's see if we can find something from the last year. Of course, maybe people aren't using Recorder.js anymore. And already we are stuck. Oh, I don't want to convert to Red Webpack. This looks... I'm actually building the version of React Router is 302. Install React Router. Route node modules React Router UMD React Router JS. Oh, nice. Let's try importing it and see what happens. Maybe it will work. I mean, it is returning something. How big is this file? The minified version is 27. Let's see if we can load it. React Router min, huh? React-router. Ow. Kitty. So what we're doing here, React Router UMD React Router min.js. So once that's running, once that's copied, we need to now modify main.js, so we define the path for it. React DOM Redux, which we aren't really using. React Router, its path shall be vendor React libs React Router min. Alright. If we rerun gulp, this is not going to work, is it? I sensed failure. Okay. So that we have that there. Theoretically, in my define down here, I should be able to do this. Oh, I need to show. I probably need to shim it too. Let's see if that works though. It should crash immediately if it doesn't. It did not crash. What happens is, can I actually, what if I do a console log React Router? Will I actually see something in the command line? Oops. There's an object that does seem to have a React Router thing in it. It's disturbingly functioning. Alright, so let's see if we can set this thing up. Now, according to that tutorial, I can do something like this. Let's just steal this whole thing. So, claims. I could do something like this. Oh, this is not JS. It's not parsing this as JSX. How do I convert that to JSX? Or to JavaScript, I mean. Without turning this into a JSX file. Can I mix JSX and JavaScript in the same file, or does everything need to be wrapped with brackets? Close this ridiculous directory. So there are some existing components. And I guess it is JavaScript. Oh, this can be JSX. So, let's rename main to JSX then. It should still run, right? And don't save. So, see, this is the way it was before. Let's see if it still runs. Memory router is still outputting because that's still there. Okay. It seems to like it fine, so let's try inserting that code in there. So now it's not choking on it anymore. This is nice. I should probably make this use indentation of spaces. I'm not a big fan of it personally, though. I'll give it a try, though. So we have these new classes, Expat and React component. And we're returning JSX. The new render is this. Wait, where was that defined in? Is this all part inside of something? No, this just renders. No, not a refactoring. Okay. Let's see if I have this. So we have these classes defined. We are calling render, but we're actually doing. Wait, where did this get invoked? Oh, this is a function. So it's being, this is being loaded as a component. So what I want to, okay, this is what I want to do. I want to put this stuff, I don't remember if JavaScript requires me to, doesn't allow forward or reverse declarations. So we'll define these classes first. And then here in this, which is our actual application, we will return the stuff that's down here. Oh wait, no. Is that right? No, this is being called here. Stupid code folding. How do I unfold it? Ugh. So that's should replace what we have. Although it looks like I've duplicated something. This looks like it's supposed to be here. This render should be part of app container, I think. All right, so we actually still want to keep this. We're going to still create app container. app container, its render is going to have this stuff into it, I think. Does it return anything? Does not. I think that's what it's supposed to be, if we're just replacing it. So this creates the class, app container. Its render function draws on router. Router has not been loaded, so I think this has to be defined like this. Router, then route. Where is that loaded? I guess React Router has some objects in it. This is probably going to fail. Yep, router is not defined. So we want to do something like const router is equal to React router, maybe? And then root, I'm not sure if this is a great way of doing it. Route is equal to React router route. Let's see if that helps. Your render message should have a return statement. What am I supposed to return? Render return, okay, we had to actually return that. And we don't actually return okay. So I think we want to return all this stuff. Return this is already handled down here. Yeah, I think that's what it's supposed to be. I still have 2 errors. Missing semicolons on line 165. I don't see you returning. Let's try it again. It says there's missing semicolons, 165 and 170. Is that because this has to be wrapped by this? I think I saw them using parentheses. Yeah, they're parenthesizing everything, so that's to avoid that error. All right, so theoretically, something might happen. Can't read property location of undefined. What does that mean? React DOM min location of undefined. Location of undefined. That could be happening in the shell HTML level. Location of undefined. That's not something here, is it? What does this mean? It's happening in React Router itself. Undefined. Let's replace this with our path, or let's change goat file. Let's load React Router itself. And then within main JSX, we want to load the full one. React Router. Okay. Why is it so cold? Why is it so cold? Brr. CPU temps are nice and low. Alright, so we're running this now. And let's see if I can see with the source. It's looking for this prop's history. So am I missing some setup here? This might be the issue they were talking about. See, I don't know if this is an internal thing or it's related to my code. So let me think about this. Let's look what we're doing. I'm assuming this might be what they're talking about with having React be having to be a global. Maybe I need to shim this. Shim bootstrap. React. Does it have dependencies? There are no dependencies for React, so exports. React. Let me just try something there. So does it still load? Now, you know what? It doesn't seem to be... Actually, this is acting weird now. Alright, that's still crashing there. It is loading this screen though, which is weird. I didn't think it should be loading that. Console log I created something called Reacta. React is not defined. I thought I defined that as a shimmed output. Apparently it didn't work. Oh, did I not update? Here we go, React router, but not React router min. Make sure my public directory is set up correctly. Where is it? Build, where's public? Should be here somewhere. Public, modules, vendor, React lives, React router, min, React router. That should be running the right React router. Is it just crapping out before it even gets there? React is not. is outputting something. It is the React. Let's make sure that this is actually loading what I think it is. Route, function router. How about function route? Does that exist? It does. Well, those look like it's working. These properties. This is now rendering all this stuff. Let's try removing some of these. Still, can't read private location of undefined. New router. What does this have? It looks like it's infinitely spinning around. Cannot read property location of undefined. React. This might be something that's common. Cannot read property. So here they're doing require router, author page, blah, 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 routers, router route. Okay, maybe I am doing this wrong. Router. I think router should be React router. And then router. Let's try that. I think that's equivalent to what I was just doing, but React type is infinite. React DOM in. Minified React error 130. Type is invalid. Render method of app container. Maybe that was correct. Nope. Forgot to import your export. So it's getting farther. If I change it like this, I get different error messages. All right, let's console log React router and see what's in this thing again in more detail. Oh, clearly. There's a route function and there's a router function. I think I'm doing this right. Could be that it's because I'm using I'm using require.js, so it's not going to work. Let's see how they're importing this. router, React router, router route. Does router route exist? Here's a router. I don't see anything called router route in here. Here I'm saying const router, React router router. Maybe I can't do this as a function. May I do something like this? React router router, React router route. That'd be sort of surprising if that worked. Saying that it needs to be a function. I don't think this will work. Oops, I'm getting all kinds of badnesses. For us, expected current just closing tag before React router router. Okay, that's not going to work. Maybe I need to make them vars. This seems not so possible. So it crashed this over here. Server's already running. Key kill SF141 JS. So, cannot read property location and device. Dig this error a little bit more. Route is equal to router route. Router is React router. Call the following correct require. Routes is require routes. Router routes equals routes. No, it's not. That's not the same as what I was looking for. I'm screwed by. Cannot read property location. Oh, there's different documentation. Why? So maybe I need to convert to all. Require React. Oh, here they're doing React router router again. Here they're doing React router. Route is a React router router. Route. No one knows. think that tutorial might be old. Let's go right to the source. Here's our docs. No. Oh, wait. View the docs here. How do you set it up? I'm starting to get a headache. What version of this router is this? I have what? React Router 4. This is on to sell something to me. Can I roll my own routing and not deal with this BS? Why is it so difficult to find documentation? Where is the documentation? Is it on GitHub? Is there a wiki? Oh, good lord. There are no fucking docs. Oh, okay. Browser router is a router. Oh, this is giving me a headache. All right. Browser router, hash router. Router. What's a browser router? Let's try rerunning this a bit. Browser from React Router DOM. Let's React Router DOM. Is that a whole separate package? Lord. Alright, so apparently this is all BS. Let's see if this just runs. Okay. Hi. This props to what? Just checking if this is running. Okay, so that is actually functioning. So React Router seems to have a whole bunch of different sample code examples, so we actually need to see what's in the React Router. Let's see if some of these mysterious other things exist in there. Looks like React, there's a memory router. I don't see this browser router. Static router. Let's take a look and see what kind of routers we have. What's a memory router? Keeps the history of URL memory. Useful in tests and non-browser environments like React Native. What's a hash router? What kind of routers are we? Remember, we have a static router. What does that do? Never change location. Server-side rendering scenarios where the user is actually kicking around. So I guess we need the browser router. There's a whole other package. React router DOM npm. It's a little other package. Yeah, okay, that's why it's not working. That tutorial is out of date. npm install -save react router DOM. I need to modify gulp file again. Let's go ahead and load the min one though. Oh, good Lord. React router DOM. Let's see what's inside of that. Node modules, React router DOM. We have another UMD thing. React router DOM min. So did I make a copy? Where'd it go? React router DOM min JS. And main JS. Redux React router min. React router DOM. React router DOM. Okay. Ow. React router. React router DOM. What the hell? Let's see what this does. Script error. React router DOM min JS. Oh, I had to rerun the gulp file. Oops. All right. So there's the browser router. So how would I set up using browser router? Let's see, browser router. Where's the app start here? Oh, okay. I guess you do something like this. So theoretically, do something like this. Browser route is not defined because I have not defined it. So these go away. Oops. Var browser router is equal to React router DOM browser router. These are obsolete. When prop types validates directly is not supported by prop types package. What the hell does that mean? This is a blank page. Is Ghost Street blocking anything? No. This documentation sucks. Why do people want to use this? Is it really that good? I guess I need to find an example for browser router. And partly, I don't know if this isn't got, it's not working with Acquire.js too. Root components. Wait, this doesn't match what we had before. That move. This is old too. This is a video site. Yuck. Router DOM. Browser router. Hash router. So, that error might have been this. App container doesn't support direct setting of props. Maybe this will compile. Nope. Calling prop types directly. What is the prop types package? Runtime property checking. Compat ES. Apparently this is an issue. There's a bug. Alright, so I'm going to write this thing down. We need a React router. We need a React router DOM package. There's an issue with React 4.1.1. Is that the exact error I got? Remove the code block with the if dev. What is pre-React compat ES6? Let's connect. I guess there's some React issue that's going on. But I guess the question is it actually breaking? It may actually, I mean, there's nothing showing on the screen, but I don't think anything's crashing. There's just a warning. All right, so it's an issue with React 14 with the prop types complaint. That might not be my fault. So after I get back to this, continue trying to use browser, the browser router. I think I've reached the point in which I now have a big headache. So I will log some time. On this, updating my timesheet over here. Yeah, this is slow going. React. Start this at 5. Look at React Router. Creation, hit snag. It is been a little over an hour. I'm not sure how much of that is billable. But I am exhausted. Need to take a break, and I'll come back to this later. So, okay, I'll try doing a little bit more of this in a little bit. But I feel like I'm at least starting to get into the pushing on this. If I can push a little bit and then take a break, push a little bit, take a break, maybe that would be good. But I need some chocolate right now, I think. So I will see y'all later.